Sharma, Aditi Swami. On target number 2, representing the United States of America, Liko Aheola, Olivia Dean, and Leanne Drake. The line judge for this match, Nanaka Matsuyama.
So all set now for a start here in the under-18 women's compound teams final here at the World Archery Youth Championships 2023. India against the USA. India having a bye in the quarterfinals, beating Spain in the semi-finals by 11 points, 227 to 216. The USA beating Italy and Mexico on their way to the final. Both by fairly comfortable margins as well. They beat the Italians by 7 and beat the Mexicans by 13. So here goes the United States to begin. Olivia Dean, who won gold in the mixed teams, going for 2 gold medals at these championships, and she starts off in style. No question she's on the rise in the world rankings. Now the left-handed Leanne Drake. It's a line licker, but it's going to be a 9. And now the youngest of the 3 Americans, Liko Areola, at just 15. As you said, Mike, already a winner on a World Cup. That's incredible for that age.
Yeah, she was the youngest World Cup winner ever so far.
Amazing achievement from her. Now Aishwarya Sharma for India, starting off with a 9. Saw her win a bronze medal in the mixed teams event yesterday. And now her teammate here, Ekta Rani. All 3 of these Indians are very good, Mike. All of them finished inside the top 5 in qualification. So we can expect the Indians' challenge to be very strong in this final.
I think so. Definitely with like all the experiences around here, like, it's going to be definitely a good match.
And now Aditi Swami. She finished 3rd in qualifying. Oh, and they start off with 2 10s. That's excellent archery from the Indian team. Reminding you the windy conditions today. We're getting wind speed of around just under 30 kilometres per hour, which is 8 metres a second. Just under anyway. We're around in the high 7s. Fresh southerlies today here at this venue in Limerick. That is a fantastic arrow right there from Leanne Drake. Well, great standard so far. Areola's world ranking at the moment is 16, and she goes into the 10 zone as well. So 6 arrows, 3 10s there for the Americans. This is going to be a great match if we get this standard all the way through. Now, Ekta Rani here, only 14 years old. She was born for the big stage. She's back-to-back 10s there, Mike. 2 10s for her in the first end. And now Swami. And there's the first loose arrow. It's going to tighten things up. It may, in fact, give the Americans
You of course have like a bad feeling about it.
So after the first end, it's the Americans with a 2-point lead, 57 to 55. Sharma to lead off for India and gets a nice gust of wind to welcome her to the shooting line. But she's recovered beautifully there to fire a 10.
10.
That looked to be another 10 there for Rani. Perfect start to this end for the Indian side. Now Swami looking to bounce back from that 8. Done pretty well, so that's 9 arrows in the match so far for India. And 5 10s, so that's a pretty decent percentage in these conditions. Here's Olivia Dean, and she looks like she's woken up on the right side of the bed today. Longer hold for Drake here. Well, it's tough, isn't it?
It definitely looks challenging here. That was a gust of wind.
Ariola gets her arrow away too, and so the 2-point advantage that the Americans enjoyed at the end of the first end, that's gone now. Halfway through the second end. Hector Rani is the next archer up. Debut on the international stage here in Limerick. The quality of the arrow, quality of the scoring, just dropped a little bit in the second end. Swami now with her last arrow. Yeah, it's a big job going last in windy conditions, isn't it, Mike? At some stage, you're going to get the time pressure.
It's pretty often that in these kind of conditions, you're always running low on time because sometimes you need to wait out in a gust of wind.
Well, Olivia Dean's going well. 10-9, 10-9 for her so far. She scored at a very high percentage, or high quality in her mixed teams event as well, with Christian Stoddard.
Running low on time as well.
And now getting that one away to Ariola, taking the lead on that last arrow as well. And again, not looking overly happy, is she?
No, she always very concentrated. Even if she when she won Vegas or the last World Cup, she's very relaxed and calm. And I never seen her be super excited after she won an event. So.
Again, plenty of support for both teams here. Not overly warm again today. So looks like we're going to get a tied score. 108 apiece after the first 2 ends.
I think that liner is going to be a 10, so it's going to be a 1-point lead for India.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually, too. That second arrow, which has been provisionally locked in as a 9, going to be upgraded. Well, in fact, it's staying a 9, Mike, so it is going to be 108 apiece. Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
53 India, 51 USA, all tied at 1.
Oh, great arrow from Leanne Drake. Just 110 scored by both teams in the last end. They had 3 in the first end, both teams. Ariola's just got to put those ones behind her, Mike. Get them out of her head. Great arrow there from Sharma. Wow. Ektarani with her third 10 of the match. That is very good. Swami. Fantastic archery from the Indian team.
That was a beautiful round of arrows.
Olivia Dean. Oh, that's just below, I think. Scored a 9. So Drake, 10 with her last arrow. Needs another now. There's India just sleek ahead on the scoreboard. Great stuff from Leanne Drake. So Ariola there finishes with a 9. The Americans are fighters. 163 after third of 4 ends. Well, India are on absolute tear right now. That's 4 10s in a row in this end. Yes, Rani. The wind just seems to have died down a touch. And the Indians are taking full advantage here. And they're very excited about the prospect of a perfect end here. Can Swami achieve it and blow it wide open this final? She can't. She drops 2 points, but it's still going to be a vital 3-point lead with 1 end to play, Mike. Can the Americans execute here? I think they're going to need somewhere around that score to try and come back into it. Let's find out. Olivia Dean to go first again. Two 9s in the last end for her. 2 10s in the match for her. And there's her third one. Drake, 2 10s on the last end. Needs to replicate that.
Trust it. It's there.
Eight.
And Ariola's just not happy. Well, big chance now for India to strengthen their gold medal prospects here. You'd think scores in the yellow now will be enough. But it's easier said than done sometimes. Ekta Rani. Whoops, having a little bit of trouble with that bow and the arrow. A little sticky.
Sometimes in these kind of conditions, the arrow will fall off the rest, and it's sometimes difficult because arrow is too short to put it on, so you need to let down a little bit to put the arrow on the arrow rest.
Well, great arrow there from Swami, and that's extended the lead by 1 point. 3 arrows left. The Americans trail by 4 points. It's a mountain to climb now. Especially with that 8. So the Americans not able to follow up the 10 that Dean shot in the first rotation. They've followed that with 3 8s. Well, unfortunately, just when the Americans were hoping to move forward, they're going backwards. Big shame there for Leanne Drake. Last arrow of the match here for Ariola. Finishes with a 9, which means the Americans are going to lock in 2-1-2. Well, the Indians now 3 solid arrows away. No, that's just a 7. That's going to be a little bit of a little tiny bit of pressure here on Ekta Rani and Aditi Swami, but only 13 required for the gold medal. There's 9 of them. So it leaves just an arrow on the target here for Swami. India, 1 arrow away from gold here in Limerick.
Oh, big gust of wind.
Oh, it only just made it. Wow. It only just made it, Mike. Far out.
10 on. Nine, 9. Nine, 9.
Yeah, she drifted over to the left there.
Awful lot to play for here as we go into the second end. Trailing as she does, Rona shoots first. It's a must-win competition for Rona if she wants to make the Hyundai Archery World Cup finals. And she starts right slap bang in the middle of the target.
Nine, 9. 9, 9. 8, 8.
I'm as surprised as Mary is for that one.
10, 10 puan.
And she should perhaps just be happy that she's got her very first Hyundai Archery World Cup medal. Now she should be enjoying it, shooting for fun, and perhaps we'll see the best there. Tough to call. Pass behind by 1 now, starts the third end.
10, 10 puan, dead center.
I feel like she's still trying to analyze the arrow from the last end, where normally you could see kind of like a relaxed mannerism when she shoots it in. Now it was a bit more stern.
Nine, 9.
Yeah, that one she knew that was going to go low. But yeah, it's mentally it's very tough to deal with an arrow that doesn't hit the spot that you expect it to hit. It's almost easier to shoot a bad shot than to shoot a shot that you think is good and it doesn't hit the middle, because then it's very tempting to start analyzing and keep analyzing why they don't go in the middle. Whereas a better approach is to stay objective and think, okay, I don't know why it went there, but the next arrow I'll just make sure that it hits the middle again.
10, 10, 10.
Easier said than done though.
Shoot first. She needs to get back at least 1 point in this fourth end. If possible, more.